And most importantly was that these messages that were research-based and put into modules needed to be delivered by people who were deeply admired and respected within each culture. Only with the people that they trusted would the young people listen in a way that we wanted them to. And lastly, the materials needed to be free. That was also something we didn't know. When we first did the testing, we had created some very good materials that cost a little bit of money, and some other materials that we were testing to see that were a bit inferior, that were free, just to see what human behavior would do. And what we found was that in almost every case, people wanted the free materials every time. So we knew we needed to create the most effective materials and that they had to be available for free and they had to go into the schools. I was fortunate to grow up in a family of entertainers, with my father being a brilliant animator. So combining the design elements with research felt natural. Teach8 spun out of Stanford in 2009. At the time, the materials were in 5 countries. And today, we're so happy to say that they're now used in 82 countries around the world. Being of Indian origin, it was especially important to take the situation in India very seriously and work with the many talented people across the East and West to join efforts and arm together to be able to create these materials for the children. The past several years working in India has been an incredible journey. I have met some of the kindest and most intelligent people in the world. Hundreds of people have donated hundreds of thousands of hours to be able to make this dream come true for not just India but other places. Through the journey, I found incredible leaders and a dear sister in Miss Amala Akinini as we faced and overcame many challenges together. There were other very invaluable people whose support was incredibly meaningful, like Mr. Barthasarthi and Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, who have provided incredible information, support, and guidance through the process to take this work forward, not just to the children of India, but also to the last mile. And the media, all of you have become our dear allies to take this information forward and educate people directly. For this, we are eternally grateful to you. This is my last trip to India. I am depending on all of you for this work. This is my last trip to India for this work, HIV work. And I'm depending on all of you, my dear friends in the media, to please take this on as your own issue. Because once I'm gone, the work, it can be forgotten. I'm depending on each and every one of you to take this on as your own project and bring it for the people, for our children. Having roots in India, it has been such a tremendous honor to bring the expertise that I have to help the children and this country feel so connected, that I feel so immensely connected to. and further to be able to do the work for the children. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you again for all of your support. It's you that are the voice of the people, and it's you that will be able to take it to them in the end. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Friends from the media, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan, Secretary Information Technology, Government of Telangana, thank you for being with us today. Mr. Parthasarathi, Secretary Agriculture and Cooperation Department, Government of Telangana, thank you for being with us. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you will feel deeply moved listening to Dr. Pia Sarkar speak. On behalf of TeachAids and Dr. Pia, thank you for being here with us. Today is a very, very special day. It's the culmination and the conclusion of a 6-year journey. I wear many hats, and today I'm wearing the hat of Trustee TeachAids India Trust. As you just heard, I met Pia Sarkar and became part of TeachAids since 2009, when we found that valuable HIV education material was not available for us school children. Nagarjuna and myself had been part of the HIV awareness drive along with the government agencies, AP SACS, Telangana SACS, in bringing understanding about HIV to the people of the Telugu speaking states. And so when children with HIV were expelled from schools in 2009, we had been part of a public debate where many members of the media, maybe some of you here present here would also have been part of the debate, to bring a better understanding to school managements and parents and teachers that it was perfectly fine for their children to study with HIV positive kids. In fact, it was very essential that they learn to grow up in a world with HIV. And so it was God sent when Dr. Pia Sarkar came with her module and requested Nagarjuna to give his voice. Since then, at that time we found that sadly the only time people found out that they had HIV was when they were going for their tests during the pregnancy test. And so this material, when Nimmagadda Foundation funded the pilot project and Dr. Pia Sarkar prepared the Telugu version, it was released in 2011 end. That was also World AIDS Day. It was released, and AP SACS, Telangana SACS widely distributed it to schools, government schools, from where children grew up. Children access the knowledge to empower themselves so that they wouldn't have that rude shock during their pregnancy test to find out whether they were HIV positive or not. So students today who have access to the internet and to, say, private education or education which has online access, they may be more informed. But what about children who don't, who can't afford to go to the schools that have this kind of access? These children benefit greatly from the TeachAids materials being distributed by the government agencies. So Dr. Pia Sarkar has, as you have seen, has very painstakingly researched the material. Just a celebrity giving the information is not enough. If it was an educator giving the information, very often we found, and even till date we find, if a teacher is talking about it, they tend to put their own interpretation, they tend to add their own dogmas, their own morality, and therefore they close the doors to valued science-based fact and knowledge which the children can access through TeachAids material. So TeachAids has eliminated that process of coloring the material available. Every single person who has been part of this project, be it the government agencies, be it the NGOs, be it the animators, our donors, our celebrities, members of the media, everybody has come forward understanding the value of what we are doing today. no child in the world, let alone in India, no child in the world needs to grow up and get infected with HIV and lose their immunity systems out of a lack of knowledge. They deserve to be empowered with this basic life skill of understanding how to protect themselves from HIV and how to grow up in a world with HIV. It doesn't matter what cutting edge treatment is available, and it doesn't matter whether there's a cure or not. Nobody needs to get infected with this virus. And it is with this intention that the material is now available for free. I am so grateful to every single person who has come forward and helped teach AIDS. I'm grateful to Pia for taking so many years of her life to research and provide this material. And today that it's out in the open and it's available for free, I request each and every one of you here today to access this information and circulate it as wide as you can hereafter, not just for World AIDS Day, but so that every young person in India grows up with access to understanding how to protect themselves from HIV.
I am fortunate that I have been associated with this project right from 2011. I still remember the days of my joint collectorship in the district of Warangal. I took a lot of interest in HIV prevention program right from 2003. In fact, I spoke to Srimati Damayanti and requested one thing. Damayanti, give me this product. I will implement it in Warangal with my full energy and putting my whole heart, and you will see the impact. She happily gave that project to me. That was known as Adolescent Education Program, which was one of the very important components of HIV prevention program. I spent a lot of time on this program. In fact, I used to train the teachers, the lecturers, the trainers of the trainers. Every day, at least 2 hours I used to spend on this program. And that experience has also brought some of the problems in reaching out to these children, the adolescent children. Though technically the adolescence is defined as something transition from puberty to adulthood in human development. It is that age, very, very sensitive age, very delicate age, and that is ripe and right age for reaching out as far as HIV prevention is concerned. Because at that age, the children cannot really appreciate what is the risk, what is the risk level, what is the importance of HIV prevention. Really, it's very tough task for that age. Though I used to train hundreds of teachers in all secondary schools, and as part of Red Ribbon Club those days, I used to train lecturers. Somehow I found something was missing. We are really not catching the pulse of the students. That vacuum was, just reminded me when Dr. Pia approached me in 2011 when I took charge as project director APSACS. This, I can say, duo, Dr. Pia and Amala, both are responsible for reaching this logical end of this project. But for Amala's support, Dr. Pia could not have succeeded. That's my personal feeling. Because mobilizing celebrities right from Anushka to Amitabh Bachchan is not a small task. And Amala Garu and Nagarjuna Garu, they were standing strong behind her for mobilizing all these celebrities. I still remember those days when Dr. P.A. used to come to me, then I was acting as facilitator, in fact, all these years. Though I am no more project director right from 2013, I was associated with this project as a facilitator. Whenever Dr. P.A. came to India, whenever she came to Hyderabad, she was getting in touch with me, then I was talking to, so it may be State Aid Control Society, Maharashtra, or another state, and I used to facilitate. HIV AIDS లో జరిగినంత మాస్ క్యాంపెయిన్స్ ఐ థింక్ ఈ దేశంలో ఏ విషయం మీద ఏ అంశం మీద జరగలే. దిస్ ఇస్ నోన్ టు ఆల్ అవర్ మీడియా ఫ్రెండ్స్. మాస్ క్యాంపెయిన్స్. ఇన్ఫ్యాక్ట్ ఇనిషియల్ ఇయర్స్ 90s లో when NACO was started, when the State Aid Control Society was started, when people used to ask project directors and SACS staff, what is that you are doing? They were saying only we are doing awareness, nothing else. By that time, even ART drug was also not there. There was no information with regard to ART drugs. Now we have ART drugs. One of the important challenges, అంటే ఈ కార్యక్రమం మొత్తంలో చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఛాలెంజ్ భారతదేశంలో ఏంటంటే స్టిగ్మా అండ్ డిస్క్రిమినేషన్, వివక్ష. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఇనీషియల్ క్యాంపెయిన్లో హెచ్ఐవి ఎయిడ్స్ అనగానే ఇది ఒక భయంకరమైన వ్యాధి, ఇది ఒక మహమ్మారి అనే స్లోగన్తో ఎప్పుడైతే మొదలెట్టామో, దీనికి కారణం లైంగికంగా ఉన్న సంబంధాలను ఎప్పుడైతే చెప్పామో, ఆ రోజు నుంచి హెచ్ఐవి ఎయిడ్స్ మీద our campaigns themselves were responsible for developing stigma and discrimination in the society. అసలు ప్రజలు వైరస్ను శత్రువుగా భావించకుండా వారు ఎవరైతే మనుషుల్ని ఈ వైరస్ ఆవహించిందో వాళ్ళని శత్రువులుగా భావించడం మొదలెట్టారు. దట్ వాస్ ఎ వెరీ వెరీ అన్ఫార్చునేట్ సిచ్యువేషన్. Stigma and discrimination, vivaksha, that is the first enemy of HIV AIDS in our country, not only in our country, various other developing countries. 98లో మన దేశంలో HIV prevalence 2.18%. When I was joint collector Anantapur, being a biology student, why I took up the cause of HIV prevention effort as joint collector, it caught my attention. I felt in 2003 when the prevalence level at that point of time was 1.64%. I thought I am sitting on a volcano. What is this? Such a huge population in the country. 120 కోట్ల జనాభా గల మన దేశంలో ఈ సమస్య నిజంగా ఆఫ్రికన్ దేశాల్లో ఏదైతే మనం చేదు అనుభవం చూసామో అదే అనుభవం కనుక మన భారతదేశంలో మనకి ఆ దరిద్రం వస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఎలాంటి దుష్ఫలితాలు మన దేశంలో ఉంటాయని జస్ట్ వి వర్ ఫ్రైటెన్ ఇన్ 2003. అందుకోసం హెచ్ఐవి ప్రివెన్షన్ అప్పటి నుంచి ఇట్ వాజ్ వెరీ క్లోజ్ టు మై హార్ట్ దిస్ వర్క్. అందుకోసం నేను ఎక్కడున్నా ఏ పోస్ట్లో ఉన్నా దిస్ వర్క్ ఐ వాజ్ క్లోజ్లీ మానిటరింగ్. హెచ్ఐవిలో అన్నిటికన్నా పెద్ద ఛాలెంజ్ ఏంటంటే ఈ టీనేజ్ వయస్సులో ఉన్న పిల్లలకి చేర్చడం. ఎందుకంటే మనం లైఫ్ స్కిల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అన్నాం అడలసెంట్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ప్రోగ్రాంలో, బట్ అన్నిటికన్నా ముఖ్యం ఏంటంటే దీనికి సంబంధించిన జ్ఞానాన్ని ఆ వయస్సులో ఉన్న పిల్లలకి ఇవ్వడం. ప్రధానంగా 8వ తరగతి నుంచి 10వ తరగతి జరిగే పిల్లలు, వెరీ వెరీ సెన్సిటివ్ ఏజ్. మేము టీచర్స్కి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చి పంపితే టీచర్స్ క్లాసెస్ తీసుకునేవాళ్ళు, ఒక్కోసారి ఎగ్గొట్టేవాళ్ళు. మేము చూసి ఓన్లీ సైన్స్ టీచర్స్, బయాలజీ టీచర్స్ని మేము ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వడం మొదలుపెట్టాము. లాభం లేదు మిగతా వాళ్ళని. వాళ్ళైనా కాస్త ధైర్యంగా ఈ విషయం గురించి మాట్లాడతారని. దే ఆల్సో ఫెయిల్డ్. ఒక్కోసారి హెచ్ఐవికి సంబంధించిన సిలబస్ ఒక లెసన్ కూడా వాళ్ళ పాఠ్యాంశంలో ఒకటి పుస్తకాలు దే యూస్ టు స్కిప్ టీచర్స్. దట్ వాజ్ ది లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆర్ మ్యాగ్నిట్యూడ్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాబ్లమ్ దోస్ డేస్. అటువంటి సమయంలో దట్ స్టిల్ ఆ వ్యాక్యూమ్ అనేది నా మైండ్లో ఉండింది. అందుకోసం డాక్టర్ పిఆర్ ఎప్పుడైతే 2011లో పీడీగా నేను ఛార్జ్ తీసుకున్న దగ్గరికి వచ్చారో, ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ ఎనిమేటెడ్ వీడియోస్ చూసామో, దీని అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటంటే ఎనిమేటెడ్ ఫార్మాట్స్ దే అట్రాక్ట్ ది అటెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ చిల్డ్రన్.
అందరికీ అవగాహన ఉంటుంది. మన రాష్ట్రంలో డిజిటల్ తెలంగాణ అనే చాలా ఒక బృహత్తమైన కార్యక్రమం నడుస్తూ ఉంది. ఈ కార్యక్రమం భాగంగా మన రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్నటువంటి 8,750 గ్రామ పంచాయత్లో ఒక డిజిటల్ కియాస్క్, ఒక డిజిటల్ సెంటర్ మేము ఏర్పాటు చేస్తున్నాము. ప్రతి సెంటర్ ఆ గ్రామంలో నుంచి వస్తున్న ఒక స్థానిక మహిళా ఆధ్వర్యంలో నడుస్తుంది. ముఖ్యంగా ఈ డిజిటల్ సెంటర్ ద్వారా ప్రభుత్వ సేవలను అందించడమే కాకుండా ఆ సెంటర్స్ ద్వారా అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రజలకి కొన్ని ముఖ్యమైన అంశాల మీద శిక్షణ కూడా ఇచ్చే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. సో మేము ఈ టీచర్స్ మెటీరియల్ చూసిన తర్వాత మొట్టమొదటిగా ఈ శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమం ఈ టీచర్స్కి సంబంధించిన వాళ్ళు HIV AIDS ప్రివెన్షన్ గురించి ఏది యానిమేటెడ్ వీడియోస్ చేశారో మొట్టమొదటిగా ఈ శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమం దాంతోనే ప్రారంభిస్తున్నాము. ఎందుకంటే ఇందాక వీడియో ద్వారా మనం అందరూ చూసాము, ఈ వాళ్ళు తయారు చేసిన కంటెంట్ చాలా వాళ్ళు లోతుగా, చాలా రీసెర్చ్తో, చాలా పరిశోధనతో చేశారు. తర్వాత యానిమేషన్ వాడుకోవడం వల్ల ఇది చూడడంలో ఎవరికి ఏదో నీరసంగా, ఏదో బోరింగ్గా ఏదో అవుతా ఉంది అట్లాంటి కూడా అభిప్రాయం ఉండదు. చాలా సరదాగా, చాలా ఎంజాయ్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు ఇవన్నీ చూసుకుంటూ మరి ఒక పక్క దాంట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి కొన్ని ముఖ్యమైన సందేశాలు కూడా వాళ్ళు గ్రహించుకోగలుగుతారు, వాళ్ళు దాన్ని అంతర్లీనం చేయగలుగుతారు. కాబట్టి డిజిటల్ తెలంగాణలో కూడా ఈ శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమం ఇట్లాంటి చాలా ముఖ్యమైన అంశంతో ప్రారంభించడం నాకు చాలా చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. భవిష్యత్తులో కూడా పిఆర్ సర్కార్ గారు, అమలా గారు ఇట్లాంటి బాగా సమాజానికి ఉపయోగపడే కొన్ని ఇట్లాంటి ముఖ్యమైన కార్యక్రమం మరి ఎక్కువ ఉత్సాహంతో మన రాష్ట్రంలోకి తీసుకువస్తారు అని ఆశిస్తూ వారిద్దరికి చాలా మనస్ఫూర్తితో నా హార్దిక ధన్యవాదం తెలియపరుస్తున్నాను.
मन से राधेरा।